Escalating tensions in the Middle East, where Israel attacked Lebanon again, despite that tentative ceasefire between the U.S. and Iran. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina here now tracking the latest for us and also talking to a Chicago woman whose family is in Lebanon right now.
Yeah, that's right, Joe. You can imagine how she's feeling right now. The United Nations Secretary General is calling for an immediate ceasefire in Lebanon. That's after more than 80 countries condemned persistent attacks in a statement. The U.S. was not one of them. I connected with a Chicago woman who tells me her family in Lebanon is terrified.
I mean, they're scared. Getting bombed 100 times in 10 minutes is terrifying.
Speaking from Chicago about her family in Lebanon, Sahar Didka looks at social media videos posted like this one differently. You're watching video of an Israeli airstrike hitting a Beirut neighborhood.
They're being bombed indiscriminately, so there is no quote-unquote safe zones anymore.
Hundreds killed, making Wednesday the deadliest day in Lebanon, where the prime minister says Israeli strikes led to a large number of civilian casualties. Israel claiming these attacks were targeting Hezbollah-linked terrorists.
This is absolutely not true that they are targeting Hezbollah and only Hezbollah. They were bombing in Christian neighborhoods. They're bombing all over Lebanon.
The strikes jeopardizing a fragile ceasefire. Iran's deputy foreign minister calling the attacks a grave violation of the ceasefire agreement, and the U.S. must choose between war and ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announcing Thursday he's authorized direct negotiations with Lebanon, expected to start next week. That's as Vice President J.D. Vance prepares to lead talks with Iran this weekend.
If they don't give us what we need, then I think it's going to be bad. But I'm optimistic that the Iranians are going to be smart, that they're going to negotiate in good faith.
Also hearing from the Secretary General of NATO, who says European allies are stepping up to secure the Strait of Hormuz. Following talks with President Donald Trump, the White House earlier said the alliance had failed.
Nearly without exception, allies are doing everything the United States is asking. They have heard and are responding to President Trump's requests.
Dika telling me she and her family do not want to see another deadly day in Lebanon.
You know, the hospitals have been overrun over there. People are donating blood. There's like almost 1 million people in Beirut who have been displaced from the south. So yeah, I think that they were looking forward to having some sort of peace for at least a little while.
And we're tracking rising oil prices today following the latest. Small business owners already speaking up about the impact on their bottom line. Experts say it could be weeks until we see those prices drop. Joe?
Tara, thank you.